nu ongeveer 6 uur. En ik ga vloggen, want dit weekend ga ik naar VidCon. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god, hier kijk ik echt al weken, maanden naar uit. Maar het is echt nog even vroeg te gaan fluisteren. Ik ben om 5 uur opgestaan. Oh, ik ben nu al kapot. Dan moet ik beginnen. Maar ik ga nu richting Utrecht rijden. En dan pak ik daar het openbaar vervoer om naar ons land te gaan. VidCon. Ik ben op VidCon en hier is van alles al wat ze doen. Het is nog niet zo heel druk, vind ik wel fijn. Maar ik ga gewoon even een beetje rondkijken.
Oh my god, some of my best friends are YouTubers.
So I remember going to my first playlist live and meeting people. I was talking about this the other day. Someone was like, that's Tyler Oakley, he has like 80,000 subscribers. And I was like, like that many people.
They're all 10 minutes long. If you don't have an audience, nobody's gonna see that watermark for 10 minutes and click it like, who's this Swizzy guy? I'm gonna watch a 10-minute video on Faith. No, make them shorter. Okay.
We zijn nu ongeveer halverwege de dag. Ik heb echt al hele interessante en leuke dingen gezien en leuke panels gehad.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Kick-Ass Women Doing Kick-Ass Things panel. Hi. So I'm the moderator, I'm Hannah Witten. Thank you guys. I make sex education videos on YouTube, and these are my fellow lovely panelists. We have Hannah Hart. Lizzie, LD Shadow Lady. And Jen McAllister.
Like I was getting the same interaction with the people that I'm watching. I just don't feel like, I feel like that remains just the best way to do that.
Yeah, it really does, because I feel like Snapchat is like a mini YouTube.
Yeah.
I just watch things, and then Instagram, you just look at pictures. Yeah, it's like the best way to communicate, right?
But so much of the social media is about, look at the stuff that I'm doing, and Twitter has some of that, but it's also about the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Net op panel gehad met onder andere Joey Corsefa en nu ga ik naar de Q&A van Tyler Oakley.
Tyler, come out here.
Hi! I was not listening to you. Hi! Hello everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know there's a million other people at VidCon that you could be stalking. I think what I've noticed is that every single human in this country is the kindest version of a YouTube viewer I've ever met. Everyone's like beyond polite where they're afraid to even say hello.
Well, I think leading into that, like we've talked, you've done this for 10 years. You've done a couple of really cool things. What would you say is your biggest pinch me moment?
Biggest pinch me moment. VidCon Amsterdam. Never in my life. You know, So in America, we have this thing called Obama. This thing. Oh Lord. We have a beautiful soul named Barack Obama, and I think my coolest pinch me moment was I had a meeting with him with famed lesbian Hannah Hart. Don't give her that. She's just a simple sprout. We had a meeting at the White House, and that was like, I think, the coolest thing I could have ever done.
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing left.
Okay.
Everything's been done. Joey Graceffa, he did it all. I'm done. I'd like to escape this night, etc. I often feel like there's nothing left, and I guess I get my inspiration from other YouTubers. I love seeing what like my peers are up to, especially because like I look at somebody like Mamrie. Do y'all know Mamrie? She's like the best, and she is the best in many ways. She is an incredible human, but also like so incredibly talented and hilarious and inspiring, and she like knows what she wants to do with her life, can't relate. And I look at somebody like that and I'm like, okay, how do I don't have to be that, but I have to see how she went about that route. And I guess seeing somebody like that, and her and Hannah and Grace obviously, and people like Connor, y'all know Connor Franta? Seeing how each of them have like carved their own paths for me is inspiring, because I often feel like, what is there to do on Earth? So yeah.
Yeah. And something else we did was we made a documentary.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about that because a lot didn't make the film.
Oh. What?
I mean, no.
Everything I asked to get cut didn't, so what
There's
stayed in?
I mean, I think I would love to talk about that process because
Sure.
it's definitely a different insight into your life.
So I made a documentary, it's called Nervous. Did anybody see it?
Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Oh my god. Well, I'll finally be 21, so I'll have my first drink, and maybe I'll meet a man, clarification. No, in 5 years, I don't know. That's
Will you still be making YouTube videos?
Will I still be making YouTube videos? I don't know. Maybe. It's one of those things where, like, 10 years ago, nobody could have predicted a year from then, and then every year it gets weirder and weirder, and, like, cool, big things, and, how long have y'all been watching YouTube videos? 2 years, 7 years, 4 years? Hold it up, 5 years. So like, okay, think back when you first started watching YouTubers. Would you have imagined like a lot of the things that they're up to? I look at like the Trinity doing a movie and I'm like, dang, who could have predicted that when back in the day, I remember Grace and I made a collab when both of us had like 2,000 subscribers. And I think it's still on the internet. If you search Daily Grace Tyler Oakley and go back to 2000 something, you'll find it. But back then, those baby YouTubers could have never imagined a lot of the stuff that's happening. So when I think about 5 years from now, I have no clue if I'll be alive or be making YouTube videos or have a dog. I want a dog, that's my dream.
I get that.
The American dream. And I don't want to pet it with glue.
What is a piece of advice you would give to anybody who wants to do what you do?
Don't dab. That's all. Be you, etc. You know, those things. And I think that's like cliche advice, but like, when I started, I was really inspired by a lot of YouTubers, and I wasn't even thinking about how much they were affecting like how I edited or how I talked to a camera or things like that. And it wasn't until I like shed myself of all of those filters I was putting on myself, like a Charlie is so cool like filter, like I thought he was incredible, I still think he's great. I saw him driving away earlier and I go, oh, Charlie! And like, to me, when I first started, people like that affected how I talked to the camera, how I edited. And once I started to find how I did it, I think that's when people started gravitating to my stuff. When I found my own rhythm, when I found my own voice, when I found my own editing style, etc., etc. So I think, acknowledge that you're going to be inspired by people that you love, but allow yourself to be weird in how you make, and weird in how you edit, and weird about the stuff that actually you care about. And once you make those things or find that voice, that's when things will work best. And I think success on YouTube is really subjective and up to interpretation of what you value. And I think a genuine connection with your audience is the biggest type of success. And I think a genuine connection can only happen when you are giving you, not when you're giving a second-rate version of who you love that already exists. I was enjoying my bike ride, and somebody goes, "Move your ass." Behind me, I'm like, okay, I'll move it.
Their turn was so cute.
I just don't have the ability to be careful on a bike. So, and we were in a very slim bike lane, So I was stressed at that moment. But in general, I loved... Where did you go? Oh, there you go. I loved that. I love... What else do I love? The food is good. The boys. Oh my god, the men here are like so tall and handsome. You say no? We've got a hater. Well, once you go to America, you'll see the difference.
Yes, it's a little different. Okay, I have time for some more questions.
I love your mask.
This is probably a very common question, but I think it's important. So, would you have any advice for members of the LGBTQ plus community who are in marginalized places or who are in dangerous or hostile environments and they can't come out? And do you have any advice for people like that?
So the question is, do I have advice for people that are in the LGBTQ plus community who might be in places where they don't feel comfortable coming out or being themselves or... first of all, I would say you are valid, and my number one piece of advice is to remind yourself of that every day, because just because the people around you don't tell you that doesn't mean that you can't tell yourself that. I would say number one important thing is remaining safe, and a lot of people might act like coming out is something you have to do immediately. That's not true. It is your own journey. You take it at your own pace, and things that supersede the importance of coming out and telling other people are making sure that you are safe and making sure that you are taking care of yourself. And I think it's just as brave to come out as it is to know when it's right for you. And so there's no rush. I would say if you're listening and watching, I adore you, and I think that you're great, and I think that who you are and how you identify is worth sticking around for.
We hadden net de Q&A van Tyler Oakley en dat was echt super leuk. Ik vind hem echt een van de leukste en beste YouTubers. En nu is het echt helemaal van later bijna. We hebben vanavond nog een soort entertainmentprogramma van 2 uur of zo met muziek, comedy en van alles.
Thank you for being here, John.
No, thank you, Hank. Thank you for having it here in Amsterdam so I could come back to visit the city I love so much. And as we say in my hometown of Nerd Fight area, don't forget to be awesome.
Bye, guys. Self-love and learning to accept yourself. And what kind of inspired this was I read a little quote and it really resonated with me. And basically it said, I wish I was as skinny as I was when I thought I was fat. So basically it's that thing that you always feel like you're not good enough. And for me in this case, it's to do with my body and
some would fear him, but millions would love him. Millions would sign up to hear him speak. He would change many lives, create many jobs, build companies, and change the world forever. One day, his father will return to him and apologize for leaving him. He'll regret that he left him to fend for himself, but YouTube will smile, because this is what made him stronger. His independence encouraged him and many others that it was okay to do you. That day is not yet, but it will come eventually.
It's not just a hybrid of television, it's a mouthpiece for a generation. It's the fountain of youth for the youth, the holy grail for the holy and the unholy as well. It's the Excalibur for those who are unafraid to shoulder the burden of
Hello. Hi. How's everyone doing? You feeling good? Come on, it's the first VidCon in Europe. Are you feeling good? Right, settle down. That's enough. Hello, by the way, my name's Jack Howard, and I'm Dean Dobbs.
No, but she's so well travelled. She's been literally everywhere in the world. She's been to Belgium, you know? I mean, people like go through Belgium or fly over it. They don't go to it, and she has.
Mention that, did she?
You say keep our business on the low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone. 'Cause you look even better than the photos. I can't find your house and me the info.
But that's okay. Like I
said, my name's Savannah. I'm a poet and a writer, and I've got a new poem for you today. It's called Couldn't Care More, and it's about feeling everything. I hope you like it. I was never cool. Not me. Spent my middle school weekends at writing tournaments, ass, too big t-shirt tucked into boot cuts, dry lips lisp, loud and lanky and frankly real lonely.
Don't have a sunny disposition. I'm not known for being too amused. My demeanor's locked in one position. See my face? I'm enthused. Suddenly, however, I've been puzzled. Bunny rabbits make me want to cry. All my ambitions have been muzzled.
And I close my eyes, and I kind of just lean there next to her. Like an idiot. I'm just leaning next to her for a good 4 minutes. And then I took her back to her room. The next day, I had to work.
VidCon dag 1 en het was super leuk. Ik ben super moe. Het afprogramma was echt heel leuk. Echt super getalenteerde mensen gezien. Maar ik ben echt kapot. Dus voor nu ga ik afsluiten en dan zie ik je morgen. Doei!